Hi everyone, this is Jen, and this is my week 8 process video. It's process video number 4, and the dates are February 16th through February 22nd. I'm doing a little bit different this time. I have one 12 by 12 layout, and then an 8.5 by, well, I guess it's two 12 by 12 layouts, and an 8.5 by 11 insert, which is what I'm working on right now. What I did on that insert is I took a piece of basic gray paper. It just has a gray chevron or zigzag pattern on it, and then I pieced together a kind of grid of a lot of different yellow and white papers, and the colors for this week are yellow and gray. I got another basic gray piece of paper there. It's the yellow with the swirly patterns on it, and I'm just grouping my pictures together and doing a mat with that paper. And I apologize, this video was originally 40 minutes long, so I had to cut it down, so you may see a lot of skipping. The letter stickers I'm using for the title card there for the date are Amy Tangerine molded foam rubber stickers, and that die cut is an acetate die cut from Basic Gray. It's in the Hello kit. And I put another Hello kit, Basic Gray Hello kit frame, and then a die cut or a 6x6 pattern paper cut apart with the little house on it. And that is actually from the cut and paste 6x6 paper pad. Put a Studio Calico heart on there, and I made a banner from some of the title card or the strips at the bottom of the paper. Can't think of what those are called right now. That Rise and Shine card that you see, the 3x4 card, is a Studio Calico card. And that picture is of my daughter eating her breakfast before school, and I had cooked her some eggs and toast because it was a test day, one of the big tests, and it was wake her up early and make her breakfast on those days. And then this stamp set is Studio Calico stamp set, and it's one of the ones that you buy separately, and it's a school kit. And I'm just stamping a bus right in the middle of that Rise and Shine card on top of the ampersand. You can't see it from this distance very well, but up close you see the bus very well. And this is a picture of one of my dogs, and he actually has something hanging out of his mouth, like he had chewed on something that he wasn't supposed to, so I'm putting the title Guilty on it. And then I just journal about that a little bit. And then I just look for something to stick behind there. This little tab that says recently, and that was from a Studio Calico cut apart. And this next card was just a very cold day. I took a picture of my ride to work, which is the snow-filled one, and then a picture of my temperature gauge in my car, which was negative 16 degrees Fahrenheit. It's very cold that day. And then this one, in the same week, it's my dog sitting outside and enjoying the weather, the negative 16 degrees, because they are very furry. And that one picture, it says Yeti feet. I actually took a picture of one of their feet, and I just labeled it because they do. They look like the feet of the Grinch, and the Grinch who stole Christmas. And then the next card, which I skipped over. Actually, I think my camera cut out, and I figured out why it was doing that, but it has a picture of the day that I went to the store. And then These next two cards are going to be pictures of my dogs, and that's King and Link, and they're Great Pyrenees. And this one's just going to say Dog Days. It's kind of just a collage of a whole bunch of pictures of them. So there's pictures of them laying there, and some looking at you. I used the same thickers that I used on the title card. And I'm going to put a little Studio Calico star there from Color Theory in the lighter gray color. And this one is a second star. And then to continue the collage of pictures of my dogs, there's one, he's just being cute. He has his little paws covering his face. And then the other ones are outside. And I use this cut apart, so 6x6 sheet from the cut and paste collection. It just says home. Put another Color Theory star on it. And these enamel shapes, I'm using the yellow enamel shapes from the Daily Flash collection. I'm looking for something to put behind there, and I find this scrap of paper. It has little gray triangles on it. So I punch a circle out of it, I stick it back there, and I find a smiley face to put on there, one of my Dari's little yellow smiley faces. And then I'm using these imagination stickers, and they are the little saying stickers, and I put those on several of the cards. Now the 8.5 by 11, on this side of the 8.5 by 11 sheet, it's actually a collage of pictures of us going to Red Lobster to meet Madison's grandma's boyfriend for the first time, and he treated us all to Red Lobster. They actually drove an hour to treat us to Red Lobster, so that was pretty significant. So I just put Red Lobster at the top and dinner treat on this piece of yellow vellum that I've had forever. Actually, when I was searching for scraps to put behind stuff and to make this grid behind on this 8.5 by 11, I found that yellow vellum, and it's probably a good 10 years old. And I have a business card that I took from Red Lobster when I was there, and it has a lobster on it, and I just stuck it right underneath that vellum, which I attached with my tiny attacher, and I just journaled a little bit about the day. It's the same thing I just said. And another little happy face, and a couple of those Daily Flash enameled shapes. And this is a snap stamp set, and I think it says good times. I think you guys probably see it better than I can, but it's just an arrow with the words in the middle of it. And those are Cloud 9, I think, happy face stickers, and they're like epoxy, but I'm going to use them later on. And there's the back of the 8.5 by 11 sheet, or it's a insert. I'm going to use the other half of that 12 by 12, and that measures about 6 inches. I'm going to take an inch off of the bottom, so now that's an 11-inch mat, and I'm primarily using it because that background's really busy, and to cover up the staples from the other side. There's a Friends Forever 3 by 4 card, and I can't remember who makes that. And I'm using the same thickers. It's going to say Sleepover with the quotation marks around sleep, because I don't think they really sleep. And it's my daughter and her little friend come to stay the night. Then I'm making a little collage with this one also, and using these basic gray stickers. And I'm going to spell out Friends Forever, and it says you make me, or we laugh about, and I'm spelling out everything. And then I think I cut a lot of it out, but I'm going to do this collage, and then at the bottom, I'm going to put It's Just Like Camp, because they did a lot of weird stuff, but they did things like eat Birdie Bot's every flavored beans, and I put like nutrition. They played the Wii, so I put exercise. Madison's friend tried some Mexican candy that was really disgusting, so I put trying new things, and they were playing with the dogs. I put wildlife on there, so right here I'm spelling out It's Just Like Camp. And then I use my Tim Holtz stickers to spell out each one of those little subtitles that I was just talking about. So, and that pretty much finishes up that page, so I'll show it at the end. And I got some stickers, or still pictures at the end. And this card is me doing Project Life and my daughter drawing, and or maybe she's coloring on this one. I have the Studio Calico stamp from one of the kits last year. It says Live Creatively, and then this Flourish is it's a silhouette cut, and it was part of the part of a cut that said 2015, but I didn't use it on my title page, so I just cut out the 0 and the 5, and then put this brad on there. It's just a yellow brad with white polka dots on it. And this next card is a card of us going to a restaurant. It's called The Barn, and they have one of those penny press machines on there, so I actually put the penny on that card. And then I used some puffy stickers from Stickos, and they're duckies because this restaurant is called The Barn, and it is actually well, it's not famous for the ducks, but it has a large pond with ducks in it. And then I pull out these frames from Studio Calico. I found the yellow one with a star on it. I'm going to use that on a different card. And that is, I haven't totally jumped around, but I did put that down there. Now this one says World's Greatest, and I'm spelling out the word Kool-Aid, because my daughter's making Kool-Aid. Like, we never have Kool-Aid, but she made it that day. It was the day her friends spent the night, so. And I just wrote on there that she was making Kool-Aid. And then this picture was a 5-pound gummy bear challenge. Some guy at work said that he could eat a 5-pound gummy bear, and everybody bet on it, and he failed miserably. He had to eat it in a one work day, which was 8 hours, and I think it was after 2 or 3 he ended up actually getting sick. So then I used those title stickers. I put 5, and then the pound sign or hashtag sign used to be a pound sign. And then I was going to put a subtitle on it, and I just decided not to. And I put a face on it, it's like, well, that's a bad idea face. At least that's how I interpreted it. And then this card that I put the frame on, it's actually a picture of a stop sign. And there's a new stop sign not too far from my house, and I just put at, and then I put the intersection. And there's a lot of accidents that happen there. They finally just put a stop sign up, but I really don't understand why there were a lot of accidents. It was a two-way stop. It's clearly visible on either side. And there's even a railroad track on one side, and the speed limit on the other side is 35. So I don't understand how people could run that stop sign or not see other cars. But anyways, they put one up. So now I cut apart that vellum sheet, and that's a picture of my boyfriend on the computer. And that vellum sheet said, please stay seated. And I'm just spelling out Extreme Gaming on that card with the basic gray stickers. I use my tiny attacher to attach that vellum to that card. And I'm looking for some sayings and this imaginations. And I find some stuff, but it's those little words that I wasn't using. Like they have a lot of prepositional phrases and stuff like that. And I guess that's the end of it. I think I cut out the last part of my video, so I apologize for that. Here are the still pictures, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know.